about having to eat my neighbor. I'm gonna haul him up by a chain. I will eat your ass. I'll do it. You think I like sizing up my neighbor? Good, I'm just gonna chop his ass up. My children aren't going hungry. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I'm literally looking at my neighbors now going, I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. My superpower is being honest. And I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. That's why I want the globalists to know. I will eat your ass. I will eat your ass. I'll eat your ass. I've extrapolated this out. And I will eat your ass.
Give him a little kiss on the cheek.
I think I'll have to put some after. Okay. Hold on, wait. I'm not okay with it.
Ew, you licked it. Who licked somebody's face?
That's me.
She just licked his face.
That's okay.
You're getting cut.
Him. I mean, let's be real.
There's a man named Destiny, streaming games so endlessly. Trump derangement all the way, every hour, every day. Wife's out with other men, he's in chat again and again. Online life is such a mess, but he says it's for the best. He's a cook and he loves it. In the game though he don't fit. Massive loser in the screen, but his life ain't what it seems. Typing fury in the chat, comment wars like a diplomat. Keyboard warrior all night long, but his wife's got her own song. Oh Destiny, can't you see? Online life's your enemy, but you love it, can't deny. Living life streaming a lie. He's a cook and he loves it. In the game though he don't fit. Massive loser in the screen, but his life ain't what it seems.
I'm in a poly relationship. The reason why I'm in a poly relationship is because I don't give a fuck if my girlfriend goes and fucks another guy, because I know she's coming back to me at the end of the night. Because we love each other. Because I'm a cool fucking person. I know.
Daddy, where are you, Daddy? I miss you, Daddy. Please come home soon.
It's okay, kids. Listen. Oh my God. Well, back to disrespecting kids as born as beasts. My belief that you belong inside a penitentiary. Don't take them out to dinner. You just bring a box of mac and cheese. Dirty dog, you got the fleas like you're drawing Japanese. You done disappointed all your friends, family, and fans. Then you did that on your wife. You keep it playing Clash of Clans. You a creepy fucker, whether you a woman or a man. Put Chris inside a brief, so last to leave, give him 100 grand. Hey, Chris Santa, can I get a motherfucking assist? Call the neighborhood, watch you on the top of the list. You were supposed to act like a good example to kids. Now everybody hates you, it's just what happens to Chris. Your entire life decisions need to go and rethink. Man walking on thin ice and I ain't talking that rank. Revenge pouring in your vids while you sharing them links. I got an FBI watch list of all of your kids. And your kid and his mommy probably just sit and watch Lolly when you lonely looking for a girlfriend in a Fortnite lobby. Josh getting you and Diddy in a pool made for kitties trying to get pity fucking in my face. You must be fucking kidding. CP on the wall, couldn't even keep it in the drive. Chandler begging God, get what you done put in front of his eyes. You done had it on, now you falling straight to your demise. Better call him soul or jail is where you'll be staying the night. Hit it for so long, it's time for reaping what you sow. You left your kid all on his own ground, watching Paw Patrol. Dr. Disrespect, Chris Tyson, and Cody Cole. Need to get a contract and put you all in OVO. Damn, shit.
How about a motherfucking mukbang? We got a beef taco. Santa Fe, right?
Wake up. Wake up. It's propaganda. It's propaganda. It's an e-girl in military uniform. It's propaganda. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
It's just a rule. You know, the rules of perception. If they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that Hassan Piker. I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring.
No, in real life.
The sharing of biased and
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets are true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Whew.
Oh, of course you watch Progression. You know skilled, dumb YouTube commenter idiot.
I'm taking all your spell zones, every one.
Take them. I don't need them.
Go.
End of main, dumbass.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah, nice deck.
Spent all match complaining and had the rock
in hand.
in
The deck
hand.
is bullshit.
Completely
it's bad.
saw through
it's
that
a bad
bluff,
deck,
by the
but
way.
it's still bullshit.
Did Hillary teach you
Skill
that
issue.
one, you liar?
Open wide, kids, because I'm going to grape you in the mouth.
He's going to what them in the mouth?
He's gonna grape him.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna put 3. Okay, I don't know what to do here.
You've done well so far, but up until now, I've only been using a mere 5% of my power. Now let's see how well you fare against my Biden blast.
Yeah! Welcome back, everybody. Listen, I hope today's stream will be a shorter one. I'm hoping we can wrap things up in about an hour or so. And I got really frustrated today. And I got really frustrated because I tried uploading a video, and that video it didn't seem to matter what I was doing. It just kept getting demonetized. In fact, I uploaded the video. It had the green light on it, right? Actually, let me go to, before I share this, before we talk about the Rolling Stone article, because I do think that this is important, because YouTube does this shit where they try to put their finger on the scale and control what people are allowed to talk about. And the way they go about that is they'll demonetize, they'll age restrict videos because you're a YouTuber, you're trying to make money off the content you're producing. So they restrict your ability to make money. And it'd be one thing if, they announced like, you can never talk about anything like this, but that would outrage everybody because, when a guy like Dr. Disrespect gets called out, YouTube isn't going to come in and say, nobody is allowed to talk about that on the platform, right? Use careful words and everything, but they're going to allow you to do it. But when it's MrBeast and it's Chris Tyson, who's a trans person, well, then YouTube suddenly, their asshole shrinks, right? Like it tightens up on them. And they immediately start coming in and deciding what you are and are not allowed to talk about. So this video I originally uploaded today said, Chris Tyson Discord logs leaked, it's bad. And I had uploaded that with a green light. The minute I hit publish, because I just waited for the checks to come through and had it uploaded, I refreshed my screen and it was immediately demonetized. And I was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? So I tried uploading the video more than a total of 10 times, changing what the title was. And basically what I found out is if you use Chris Tyson or MrBeast in the title of the video, it's immediately going to flag it and demonetize it. So you have to be super careful. Now, fortunately, the thumbnails don't seem to matter here, right? So you can use whatever you want in your thumbnail. But if you're planning on doing like your own video talking about this stuff, that's a quick heads up. And while not everybody is super reliant on YouTube income, the fact of the matter is when you demonetize a video, you absolutely restrict the reach of that video. That's one of the other ways they can go about controlling the conversations people are allowed to have. My video was talking about Chris Tyson's Discord logs, which have been leaked. And let's pretend that we weren't allowed to talk about this. Then the article from Rolling Stone would be the authoritative source. And in the article from Rolling Stone, they basically say, we interviewed Lava. Lava says they're not a victim. In fact, Lava says that this was totally normal behavior. Like it's the most dumbass argument you can actually present to somebody because you're dealing with somebody that's an alleged grooming victim. And most like the overwhelming majority of grooming victims will defend the person that's abusing them. That's part of the conditioning of that victim. They believe it's normal, and they believe the person doing it to them is their friend, and that's the only one that they can actually trust. They can't trust anybody else because they're going to take that away from them. It's sick, it's depraved, and that's why it's so difficult to get grooming victims to actually come forward and reveal what they've gone through. Because some really do believe that it is totally normal. And those ones are like, I'm not kidding, those ones are some of the most dangerous because they're the most likely to offend and target children themselves, because to them, this behavior is normal. To them, this behavior is okay. Lava has been caught lying every single time they've opened their fucking mouth. In fact, when the article was written by Rolling Stone, let me just, I'll copy the link here. It's behind a paywall. We could read through it on incognito, but fuck the guy that wrote it. I don't want to give him any screen time, to be honest with you. I just want to rip on him. So the big takeaway here, right, is just over here. The former MrBeast associate has been accused of sending inappropriate messages to a minor, but according to the individual and those who work with him, nothing untoward happened. Now, Stephen Asarch is a rodent, and I'm being dead serious. He's a rat. He tried to weasel his way into the commentary community back in 2021 so he could dig up dirt on YouTubers. He tried to get himself invested into the whole Onision documentary. The guy has always been a rat, like a fat fucking rat. But here's my problem. This article is from yesterday. Before yesterday, Nathan, the individual who's been basically calling out Lava, had already come forward, had already shown that they were also being messaged by Chris Tyson. They've said that they were abused by Chris Tyson. They showed their Snapchat messages with Chris Tyson, and they said flat out, Lava is lying. Now, even if you wanted to ignore the part of them accusing Lava of lying, although now Lava has actually taken back some of the stuff that they were saying now that they've been proven to have been lying, why the fuck did Stephen Asarch write an article pretending that there were no other minors who had come forward and pretending that Lava's story was not already being discredited? Because when Nathan came forward, he had already presented some things to show that Lava was not being truthful. Now we have everything, and Lava's actually had to delete one of his tweets trying to call the other guy a liar, right? Stephen Asarch just said, fuck it, let me go with the kid, the alleged grooming victim, who's defending his abuser, his alleged abuser, and let me pretend that all the other people who have come forward don't exist. This guy is disgusting. Okay, flat out, completely fucking disgusting. He knows what he's doing. He knows other people had already come forward, and he wrote an article pretending that they do not exist and taking Lava at their word, in spite of the fact that Lava has been already caught lying. It's Rolling Stone. I didn't expect anything more or less from them, just deflection and lies. Well, I mean, 100%. You're not wrong. Dude, I'm sorry. There's a trend on, I was trying to find a tweet, but there's a trend on Twitter that's just people making fun of white dudes for Harris. And some of the memes here are just, they're pretty good. Okay. Let me go back to the tweet from Stephen Asarch just to begin, because I kind of started popping off when I saw it because obviously this stuff to me is so disgusting, because I know the reason why this idiot's doing it. He's doing it because it's guaranteed clicks. It's a rage bait article. It's meant to get you to click it and read it, even though you know it's full of fucking shit. And also, Stephen Asarch can then go around and dance and prance around about how he's the one true ally defending a trans person who's being maligned online unfairly, right? That's basically why I've always had this guy muted. Also, because like I said, he's got a history of writing hit piece garbage and nonsense and shit, right? So this person here, right, said you can delete this trash now and never do journalism again. And the response is, why is that angry gamer? He goes, your boy Lava GS got exposed. He is a liar. Now, this is the second video from Nathan, which we'll be playing today. I played in my video that was early today. So if you've already seen it, I apologize. But we have to go into it, right? And Steve Asher goes, exposed for what? Nothing he said in the story is about what's in this video. You're just being weird. His own article says nothing untoward happened, according to Lava. Well, we have the logs from the Discord. We can see that Chris Tyson gave a mod role to a minor to create a hentai bot to spam hentai in the server. Chris Tyson instructed Nathan, another minor, to create the NSFW channel on his server. Full stop, untoward, okay? You want to say no grooming happened? Oh, okay. All right. You can make that argument. We can debate it. Fine. But you're acting like there was nothing bad that happened at all. This guy is a rat, a 100% big, fat, bloated fucking rat who's trying to rage bait on an article to defend a fucking pedophile. By the way, this is Stephen Asarch. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's like I'm looking at the photo and I'm just going, you look like the type of guy that would defend this shit. I just, fuck, man. So if Chris wasn't trans, the writer would have went after them? Good God. Well, yeah, Dr. Disrespect. When Dr. Disrespect has the allegations, Rolling Stone was very quick to write an article talking all about the subject. When Chris Tyson, a trans person, gets accused, they rush to write an article about how Chris Tyson is being attacked by trans folks. And now we have this shit. Now your boy Lucario. Listen. Lucario's in the background. That's Slowpoke. And that's a fat dude that seems to enjoy defending a pedophile. So, listen. His article takes Lava at their word, which is gross and disgusting only because the allegation is of grooming. If the victim has not come forward on their own, then you know already that if they've actually been groomed, you can't take them at their word. It sounds cruel, it sounds harsh, but that's the reality of the situation. If somebody is a victim of grooming, literally 9 times out of 10, they will defend the person that is abusing them. I'm very disappointed he makes such bad friends nowadays. It's not even rage bait. It's flat out covering for an alleged criminal. If the allegations are true, and they definitely seem to be true, then everyone covering for Chris has skeletons in their closet. Well, okay. One thing about the Lava GS person, because he's like, I was popping off in my video talking about this too. Let me go to their Twitter account. So just give me a quick second and find it. Because I wanted to show something that I thought was pretty important. There we go. Cut that. And let's go to his Twitter account. So this is a new tweet. I haven't read through it yet, but it seems to be quote tweeting this one here because he's getting a ton of backlash, right? This is Lava when the news on Chris Tyson came out. This is before these two individuals, A Cheeto and Sensitive Society, they did their videos only talking about the lolicon that Chris Tyson was consuming and the fandom for Shadman. That was it. Lava went unhinged and started telling people to go brigade their videos and say that it's all lies. Had literally nothing to do with Lava. Had absolutely nothing to do with Lava. But the minute his alleged abuser was being criticized for being a fucking pedo, this kid jumped in the way and started rushing to his defense. That's not fucking normal. Let's say they have a normal friendship and you find out your friend is jerking off to lolicon. Are you really going to jump in and go like, whoa, report all these videos as lies? You know it's true. Everybody knew it was true. He knew it was true because on that same fucking Discord server, Chris Tyson and them were swapping fucking hentai. Stockholm Syndrome. Maybe. Like, here's the problem. Like, it is unfortunate, but a lot of like victims of this stuff go on to offend themselves, especially like people that never come out of it, right? Because they've been conditioned to think it's normal. It's a normal way of being. It's a normal way of having a relationship with someone that's a child. And to think people felt bad that he only knew shitty people. Oh, it gets worse, okay? Now, he's deleted the tweet now, but this is in response to a tweet he had put out yesterday in which he accused Nathan of making up everything. He said that there was no porn, that there were no racist remarks, that they never cleansed the Discord server. And once the logs came out, he comes out with this bullshit fucking statement. Now, I'm going to read it in full, okay? But I'm telling you right now, it's bullshit, okay? Based on the recent screenshots and messages, I would like to say a statement about the Discord. This was 5 or 6 years ago, and I thought I had a good memory of situation, but I was wrong. Now, full stop. When he says I was wrong, I thought I had good memory, how the fuck did you forget that you and another person spent multiple days cleansing a Discord server? Because I wouldn't forget that. That's a pain in the ass to do. That's an actual pain in the ass to have to go and fucking do. You wouldn't just suddenly forget that when you're talking about how clean and how it was just filled with edgy jokes. This kid is such a fucking liar, right? And zero fucking shame. And I feel literally nothing for this kid, okay? It's one thing that you've been abused. It's one thing that you were groomed. Yeah, that's terrible. That's awful. But he's put himself in the way, hardcore defending the abuser and outright making up lies and accusing other people of lying to the point where we now have a bullshit Rolling Stone article based on his fucking lies. After reading the chat logs, this stuff was inappropriate and wrong. I spoke based on my memory of the situation, and I still do not remember these conversations, but they definitely happened. These conversations should not have happened with people at the age I was at the time. I strongly condemn them. I still believe I am not a grooming victim, but these conversations should not have happened with me and any other minor in this Discord. I was a minor in this situation and not the adult influencer who shouldn't have allowed that to happen. I did not see this wrong at the time. And then he quickly clarifies, this is only related to the Discord server and not any other statements I have made regarding Ava Tyson. When referring to the situation, I'm talking solely about the Discord server. I will stand by this. Fuck this kid, okay? Because repeatedly, over and over and over, he has lied about what has happened. And the only reason why he comes forward and says anything truthful is when you are literally waving the receipts in front of his fucking face. Poor bastard never got a chance to grow up correctly. Yeah, I feel bad, but at the same time, like, that doesn't excuse what he's doing today. You know what I mean? He is an adult now, okay? His brain is probably fucking broken, but he is an adult. He does know the concept of right from wrong, and for the past week, people have been shoving it up his ass, and he still goes out and lies to defend the pedophile. I wish I was like I had more sympathy. I really do. But you got to understand, okay? I had this conversation with my wife last night about like what I think the proper solution to deal with the people that abuse children is. And, you know, obviously like my solutions are far more extreme. And, you know, she wasn't on board with everything I was saying. And I get that. Okay. I do. I have a reason for feeling the way that I do about this. And I've said it before on this channel and on my last channel. Listen, members of my family were abused as children. Okay. It matters to me. And I don't give a shit that the people involved here are not members of my family. I know what it is. I know what it fucking does. And I want a permanent solution to this fucked up problem that we're having. So yes, when I see that fucked up fat ass rat Stephen Asarch go in and run this unhinged defense of a fucking pedophile, dude, I fucking lose it. I don't give a shit if that sounds wrong. I don't fucking care if somebody calls me an angry fucking gamer or some other stupid ass shit. Like, it pisses me off. And these people, I swear to fucking God, like I hope, I swear, I hope, because I never want to do something that would land me in trouble. I hope I never encounter these people in the real world. I swear to fucking God, I hope I don't, because I admit I act emotionally on these subjects. I do. I really do. And I don't, I like, honestly, I know that it's not the same exact thing, but someone that defends a pedophile, like you're on that same level to me. And there's a pretty clear-cut solution for pedophiles in my eyes that I think we should, really start considering in Minecraft, or where the fuck I need to say. Honest question, will the higher ups of Rolling Stones take the article down or what? Because with enough backlash, they might be forced to, right? Well, you would have to actually generate a level of backlash. Stephen A. Sarch is a fucking coward, though. Like he's going to keep that article up. He's going to pretend like you haven't made a single point against it. And he's going to shove, like, it'll be the most childish thing possible. He'll shove his fingers in his ears, close his eyes, and just go, nah, 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 I'm not listening. And that's it. You're never going to have that conversation. He's just, he's never going to address the purely evil things that he did in that article. To him, it's all gravy. It's all money. It's all clicks. It's more fame for Stephen A. Sarch. He seems to crave being the internet's boogeyman. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know. So let's see this, right? Because this is more of logs that Nathan provided, by the way. The same person Lava was accused of being a liar. Appreciate everyone taking this tweet as me talking about everything I have stated about Ava Tyson. It is not. This is only about the Discord logs. And the reason I spoke on my memory being bad is I have thousands of conversations in this Discord. I did not speak with Ava 24/7, even before the Discord server. We spoke a few times a week, and that's why I'm able to remember what actually happened between me and her. Well, how does that make sense? Okay, this is why I said this kid's such a fucking liar, right? I've had thousands of conversations, and I only occasionally talk to Chris Tyson, but I really remember those conversations. I remember those ones the most of all. The fuck kind of statement is that? I still believe the other allegations deserve to be investigated. I'm not defending the actions of Ava. Well, that's completely untrue. Also, the Great Cleansing is not related to original cleaning the Discord statement Nathan made, and he knows that. The Great Cleansing was years after the server went public. We were talking about scrubbing any word that might be against TOS so we could get a Discord partnership. This includes words like boomer porn comment. Okay. I still do not remember the NSFW channel stuff, but it's been proven to have existed from logs. You know what? I find it absolutely fucking hilarious that the kid that's been caught lying repeatedly and just yesterday was accusing the Nathan kid of lying. Well, he's no boogeyman. He doesn't know what a boogeyman is. I mean, how do I say, like, boogeyman? Yeah, because you're supposed to be afraid of the boogeyman. He likes being like the fucking troll, okay? Like the internet's fucking troll. Just this disgusting fucking monster that you don't want to fucking encounter. You don't want to fucking deal with it because it's just so inherently nasty and disgusting. Like their mere presence would cause you to vomit. Yeah, some words for this fuck. Oh, go for it. Pedos and their defenders are the worst. Well, yes. Now, here's my problem, okay? Like with this lava kid, right? You want me to believe you were telling the truth when every step of the way you have lied. Every fucking step of the way you have lied. Why the hell would I ever take anything you say seriously? I'm being like dead serious, okay? Because this is a serious subject. How can I ever trust a single word that comes out of your fucking mouth when at every opportunity that you have had, you decided to lie? You decided to be dishonest. And now you want to accuse the other guy of lying. Maybe he is. I don't know. I just know that I would never take the word of like a proven fucking liar over the guy that's actually dropping fucking receipts. Especially now when you say something as stupid as, what was it again? I couldn't remember the Discord clearly because I had thousands of conversations on that Discord, but I really remember the interactions with Chris Tyson because those only happened a couple times. Forget my previous statement about Stockholm Syndrome. This guy's just pulling statements out of his ass whenever it's convenient. Yeah, like 100%. 100%. Jesus fuck me, man. This is why in my stream on Wednesday, I showed you guys all the resource on Reddit that you should know the stages of grooming. I'm telling you right now, if you're ever going to have a conversation with someone who's this fucking moronic, and I'm talking about the Stephen A. Sarch guy, you need to have read that resource so you at least have a basic understanding of why things are happening the way that they're happening. I know Stephen A. Sarch never bothered to do like anything. Doesn't give a shit. Just wants the internet brownie points. It would not surprise me if Lava and Chris Tyson are currently in communication. Just to be clear, I mean, there's no way that. Well, at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, it's the way that they ran at the Cheeto video and the other one, which we're discussing Lolicon, and he was trying to brigade those videos and get them taken down. That seems more like it was Chris Tyson wanting those videos gone than Lava because it had nothing to do with Lava. Let me know your theory. I'm going to play the video and then I'll read your theory, okay?
This is part 2 to yesterday's video of me talking about Ava Chris Tyson and what they did to me when I was 15 years old. This video has all the proof in it, all the receipts, and all the screenshots, thanks to an old friend of mine who was a moderator in Chris's Discord server at the time, Cookie. Now, Cookie actually went ahead and downloaded logs of all the individual channels on Chris's server before it went public, knowing that this was kind of being covered up, and he kept the logs of it for himself. He actually reached out to me here on Twitter, and I'm going to provide a lot of the screenshots backing up the claims that I made that Lava refuted. For example, I made a claim that there was an NSFW channel in the server where Chris would spam corn. Here you can see Chris talking about locking down the NSFW channel to True Gods and Anointed only. By the way, this is in 2019. I was a True God and I was a minor. Not only that, but you can see me right below it, Nathan.rtx, saying this is a bad idea. So even I knew as a kid that this was a really bad idea. Here is Lava himself talking about starting the commencement of cleaning the server, word for word. I said he was talking about scrubbing the server. He says that never happened. Here you can see him talking about it, as well as me and Cookie.
Actually, real quick, I'm going to just pause this because this is a tweet that's been deleted by Lava. Because he put when Nathan put his first video out, Lava immediately jumped on it to try to discredit it. And he's deleted this tweet now, which is why we have the new one up. But let me just read it because it flashes on the screen really quick and nobody probably has this one saved. I never sent him any contract and I have not been under NDA since 2022. I have not received, well, that's not true. When you sign on to a contract and they put you under an NDA, the NDA doesn't end when your contract ends. The NDA actually typically, let me clarify. Typically the NDA extends for a period of time after the contract, and sometimes they are like permanent and you're never allowed to speak about what happened. So that's just his contract probably ended in 2022. There's no way they have an NDA that ends like a year after you're done with them. I mean, I've just never seen anything like that. Maybe MrBeast is just stupid. I have no idea. Then the NDA doesn't make any sense. I've not received any payment, nor are any of my socials monetized. I did inform him that he might be offered a job to help work in Minecraft videos around the time I was, but this would never happen. We did not scrub the Discord clean of racist remarks or porn. We did convert the Discord from a private one to a public one in a day after it had been made public. That doesn't make any sense. We did convert the Discord from a private one to a public one in a day after it had been made public. What the fuck, idiot? This involves setting up moderation bots and channel permissions. We also had never done unpaid work. At no point was there any agreement that would be paid for anything we worked on. Nathan has since deleted his Discord, yada, yada, yada. There was more that Lava had said, but the big one here, the big lie here, is saying that they had never scrubbed racist remarks or porn, because that great cleansing of the Discord, the one that he's arguing was when it was public. Fine. But in those conversations, you were like directly saying that you had to take out all the bad words Chris was saying. Like, and somebody else responded that everything Chris had said needed to be scrubbed. So, yeah, you're full of fucking shit. But also, the NSFW channel did exist. He's acknowledged it now. The porn did exist. They had to clear it. In fact, there's in my video today, okay? If you haven't watched it, please watch the video, all right? Because in my video today, when I'm going through it, there is Nathan having a conversation with another minor, and he's like, the guy is asking, why'd you make the NSFW channel? And he says that I was asked to do it by Chris. Another person was given mod status because they created a hentai bot and Chris wanted it on the server. And then later, when they're discussing how, hey, too many minors are in here, the audience for Chris and MrBeast are all minors. We need to get rid of the NSFW channel. Chris started arguing that it would be too difficult to create permissions for it. And they went back and forth and started arguing about how to restrict access, because Chris didn't want to do it. And Chris's main argument is, well, the internet is full of porn anyway, so what's it matter? Lava's a serial liar, and when he is found out, he's going to switch sides and betray Chris. I mean, listen, I even if he like switched sides now, I'm not sure it would mean anything, because once someone's a proven fucking liar, you can't then say, okay, well now they're telling the truth. No matter what he says, even about Chris Tyson later, you really can't take his fucking word. Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Hold on. I said I was going to read Mr. T-Bird Gaming's theory. Others were making plans to come out. With that knowledge, Lava made everything look as good as possible, so Chris got off scot-free. No. And the reason why is Lava had no clue this stuff was going to come out. Lava was contacted by Prism, that small YouTube channel, and Prism said he wanted to offer him a job as an editor, and then use that to gain information to like what type of work he did on the Discord server and start getting messages from that Discord server. That's why Lava came into this situation. But when the video came out from Adrox, that one blew up. I have no idea why, right? I'm not saying it's a bad video. I just feel like I have no idea why that video blew up the way it did, but it did. And then people were like, okay, well, we have something here. Other people started looking into the Prism video, found out about the kid, which was Lava. That's when the Lava story broke. But up until then, like Atrox's video and the other individuals who started talking about it, Cheeto, Sensitive Society, they were only talking about Lolicon. They had not talked about Lava. Lava threw himself into it before it could blow up. But then everyone started focusing on the fact that Chris was talking to a minor. And then Lava started running this unhinged defense. And then we had other kids coming forward showing their messages. And then Nathan came forward and said, yeah, he was groomed. Yeah, he's lying about it. And then Lava called called Nathan a liar. And then Nathan showed up with the fucking receipt.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's crazy. The Nathan guy. Yeah, the Nathan guy has been the one that I think that's been probably the most credible of all of them, because he's actually shown stuff. So
but my thing is, Nathan came forward, okay, and Nathan didn't have all of the logs, right? Another person that was 16 at the time in the Discord server and was also a mod had decided to archive everything. That's the reason why we have it. We have 2 minors in that Discord server that have both come out against Chris, and we still have Lava lying and trying to downplay it after he was caught lying. Sorry, John, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like...
No, you're good. It's your street, bro. It's all good.
Dude, I know, but like today has just pissed me off. Like, I'm not kidding. I shouldn't get angry about this stuff, but like, you know how it is for me, right? Like,
Yeah, no, you're passionate about this stuff. I get it.
It pisses me off. Like, it makes me angry. It really does. And like, to see the amount of fucking bullshit, to see people like fucking lying, right? Like, ugh. Isn't Prism also a scumbag liar? Just want to bring down Chris because he's a transphobe? I don't know. Like, I don't know Prism's motivations, but it seemed like Prism was desperately trying to expose the fact that Chris Tyson was engaging in inappropriate conversations with kids because Prism found the tweets from Chris Tyson. I don't know why they were looking into it. I have no idea.
Yeah, and the thing is, even if his motivation was not the most, you know, even if his motivation came out of a place of his own personal, you know, biases and prejudice, or you know, or bigotry, or whatever, however you want to see it. I mean, it ended up showing something that was a little bit more indefensible, I think, right?
I will 100% agree with that. Like, this is, I'm sorry, man. This is the type of shit that makes me like start to fucking lose it with people. You know what I mean? John, remind me again, Stephen A. Sarch, because like I've been ranting on this idiot.
Dude, that asshole, he's the one that wrote that hit piece on Ruben Langdon. And he wrote a hit piece on The Amazing Lucas.
I knew it. Because I was like, I know he's wrote hit piece articles before, but it was Ruben Langdon. And like, you got, wait, real quick.
He was also the Onision documentary guy, remember?
I mentioned the Onision documentary. I forgot about Ruben Langdon. Guys, Ruben Langdon is the voice for Dante from Devil May Cry. He's one of the most chill people you will ever talk to, okay? He's a big alien guy. We once had him come onto a live stream and just talk about aliens. And it was so much fun. The guy is so, like, I know we say aliens, but he's also down to earth, right?
Yeah,
but like,
he
totally is. Nicest guy in the fucking world. Stephen A. Sarch wrote a hit piece on him.
Yep.
Like, well, and I was like, what the fuck?
The thing is, he wrote the hit piece after he was on a stream with me and Yellow Flash and that Umbrella guy. We were on a stream together with him. It was me, Tug, and Yellow Flash. We had him on. We're talking about stuff, and the A-Sarch guy basically wrote a hit piece on him after that, calling him, you know, crazy conspiracy theorist, QAnon, all this stuff. And he basically, you know, Ruben had his opinions on stuff like BLM and all that stuff, and he completely like twisted it to try to make him seem like a bigot. He also, like, you know, Ruben defended his friend Vic Mignogna, you know, and he made it seem like, oh, all this, like he wrote everything about. What he wrote about, basically, he painted everything in the worst possible light without giving really the full context of what was discussed and all the nuance that was discussed, and painted it in the worst possible light. And then after he was done doing that, after he was done painting him as Ruben as like this crazy, you know, QAnon, just crazy QAnon, you know, racist, you know, sexist, all the, you know, all the stuff they always do, right? Trying to paint him in the worst possible light. Then the motherfucker decides to hit him up after he's already written his hit piece on him to get a comment from him. It's just like guy. you would think it's just like you would hit him up before. Like, he hit him up after he wrote the hit piece on him. And it was like, oh, can I get a comment? It's like, motherfucker, it's like you already did the damage. It was a Newsweek article. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, he's such a scumbag. And the thing is, he's a freelance writer, so he basically writes these articles for these outlets. And he doesn't directly work for them. So if you get outraged with Rolling Stone, it doesn't matter. Stephen A. Sarch isn't employed by Rolling Stone. They're not going to fire him. He'll just go.
It was the same thing. Yeah, exactly. And I believe it was the same thing with Newsweek. He was basically free. He did a freelance article for Newsweek, and he basically dragged Ruben's name through the mud. And then he wanted a comment from him. And it's just like, and Ruben was just like, you know, Ruben gave him a condition under which to speak. He was like, sure, I'll talk to you under these conditions. And he never heard back from the guy. Right?
Let me see if I can share my screen really quick. Is that... Okay, perfect. Okay. Yeah, because we're talking about Ruben Langdon, so I'm like, let me at least pull up some video games in the meantime so people can see us doing something. No. The thing is, like I said, he's a freelance writer, right? So even if you catch him doing something, he doesn't work for that outlet. He'll write an article for a different outlet. He's written for Newsweek. He's written for Rolling Stone. He's written for smaller outlets. He's written for larger outlets. It doesn't matter what you actually do, because this guy will just go somewhere else. And it's like, even if you're pissed off at the Rolling Stone article, next year he'll write another couple articles for Rolling Stone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So
dude's an absolute piece of shit. He's just an absolute piece of shit. It's like, you know, he's basically the typical, you know, journal these days. They're really just an activist masquerading as a journal. That's exactly what this guy is. He, you know, whatever he believes, whatever he personally believes or his worldview is, he has to write everything and paint everyone that doesn't agree with him in the worst possible light and push those kinds of narratives through his quote unquote, journalism, you know, through his quote unquote journalism, I should say. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the guy he's a hack. He's a hack journal. Shouldn't be taken seriously. I'm surprised he still gets any kind of work anywhere, because he's a joke of a journalist.
But he's willing to write anything. I think that's why he still gets
work. For sure, yeah.
Know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll scrape the bottom of the barrel. You know, he'll throw shit at the wall just to see what sticks. Yeah.
I fuck, man. So my problem is, he goes by the word of somebody that's being like an alleged grooming victim, right? And you and I know, I think it's common sense that at the end of the day, if you have somebody who is accused of grooming, okay, one of the most common things for the person is to defend their abuser, right? It's the most common thing. So if he's being accused of this and you're going based on the words of the alleged victim, that is pure fucking 100% retarded. Like, it's brain damaged. It's absolutely fucking brain damaged. And when he wrote the article, we already had other kids who had already come forward. Nathan had already put out his first video. There was the other one on Snapchat. We already had proof that there were other kids.
Yes. See, and that's the thing with, like, it's interesting, right? Like, with journals like that, you would think, had it been anybody else, right? Had it been anybody else writing the journal, right? Or somebody that's actually, you know, trying to be a journalist with integrity, they're going to try to talk to everybody, and they're going to try, because it's very hard to do. Because the thing is, when people talk about, oh, journalists shouldn't have any bias, that's kind of difficult, because no matter what, a bias is still going to show through in a lot of cases. I mean, if they're an exceptionally good journalist, sometimes they can make sure that their bias is there to a very small minimum, you know what I mean? Where it's not going to be, where it really won't necessarily affect the overall tone of the piece, where you could kind of draw, you know, you could try to draw your own conclusion from it, or you could be like, okay, you know, it seems they might be leaning a certain way, but at least they're not necessarily, you know, hunkering down and taking a side per se, right? They're trying to call it down the middle as much as they possibly can, even if some bias shows, right? With him, he doesn't do any of that. That guy doesn't do any of that shit. And the thing is, had it been anybody else, you know, it's not like who's the one journalist that people always talk about that's kind of he's kind of a lefty, but he always, at least for the most part, even when he was even in his heyday, he was at least somewhat revealed. What's his name? Greenwald. They always talk about him.
Yeah,
Glenn Greenwald.
Glenn Greenwald, yeah. But he gets shit on by these people because he's pretty, like, fair-minded. So if you're completely unhinged on the left, he calls it out. But they don't like being called out for their shit, so they get really mad with Glenn Greenwald.
Yeah, and the thing about Glenn Greenwald is, what people don't realize is Glenn Greenwald is not like a conservative or anything like that. He's far from it.
Dude, he's gay. Like, on top of everything else, he's gay too. So it's like they try to call him a fucking homophobe at one point.
Yeah, that's insane, because he's married.
Yeah, I know. Like, it was nuts.
Yeah, it's just like, but he's one of those guys that, of course, he always had more of a left-leaning bias, but not to the point where it was like ludicrous. You know what I mean? Where it'd be like, okay, you can tell he has a bias, but at least for the most part, he's trying to be as fair as he can, covering the stuff that he is. You know, he's one of the few examples of like, okay, he's still at least somewhat of that old school mindset of journalism, of at least trying to get to the truth, even if the truth paints the person he likes or might have, might have swayed to before in a bad light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not what Stephen Asarch does, at all, that I can see, that I've ever seen of any of his pieces that have gotten like the most amount of attention. That never seems to be the case. Everything with him seems to be about just, to me, look, so he goes to lava, right? You said he went to lava. I haven't read his piece, but I can imagine that, yeah, he went to lava, talked to lava, and that's probably the only person he talked to. I doubt he talked to Chris Tyson. I doubt he talked to anybody else related to the situation.
Well, based on the article that I read, there was no statements from Chris Tyson other than the public ones.
That's wild. See, but I'm surprised he even talked to lava. You know what I mean? Because there's been so many times where he doesn't even talk to the people of the subject matter of his piece.
Well, it makes sense that he talked to Lava because Lava's been trying to defend Chris Tyson since this whole thing happened. And when I say like try to defend him, like been trying to defend him from the moment the accusations came out.
Yeah. So then the only reason, obviously, then that he would talk to Lava that I can think of, right, is because, again, Asarch is one of these people that, he wants to be on the quote unquote right side of history. I mean, anybody who doesn't agree with him is a Yahtzee, that kind of thing. Right. So he probably looked at it as like, well, he's defending this guy. And so everybody who's criticizing Chris Tyson must just be a transphobe. So you know what? I'm going to talk to this kid. I'm pretty sure that was his mindset going into just talking to this kid, because this kid knows he was there. He's the victim, so he has that firsthand account. You know what I mean? So it's probably just going to reaffirm the fact for me, who's writing this piece, that everybody's just being a transphobe, and this kid is not a victim. He's okay.
Yeah,
the
thing is, I think you're 100% correct. I just think it's like fucked up and wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree, but that's that guy though. That's Stephen Asarch guy. I mean, that's par for the course with him. So,
I mean, I get it's par for the course, but like at the same time, like I still look at him, go like, do you not have like any semblance of the fucking meaning of shame?
No, I think he cashed out on that a long time ago, Crow.
I get it. I'm just saying, like, come on, like, shame should be an actual thing that you experience. Shame should be something that you understand, like inherently. You should understand what fucking shame is. But these people, they don't get it. They don't fucking care. Well, I mean, like, I get at this point. Like, that's why I keep showing this fucking photo of him with the fucking Slowpoke hat and the fucking Pokemon and everything. Like, I'm like, dude, you look fucking creepy as shit. Like, but you want to do this shit? I'll fucking go. Like, fuck, let's go. Like, okay, why else are you defending a fucking pedophile? You know what I mean?
Well, because again, remember, it's that whole thing. It's that whole thing with people, right? They're trying to. He's trying to minimize it because, again, he sees what that kid is saying, and he's an ally. Remember, Stephen Asarch is an ally. He's a staunch ally. So for him, it's more important that the LGBTQ double P negative sign, whatever, star in the sky, is not portrayed in this in this bad light. I got to make sure that people don't make them suffer, I want people to think that they house these pedos and stuff like that. I got to defend against this. It's like, look, people that are rational, looking at the situation rationally and logically, don't think that. There might be some. I'm sure there's plenty that probably do think that, but most people that they can look at a situation rationally and with nuance are not going to be like, oh, you know what? That community is just, that's what they're all about. They're just all about just keeping the pedos safe and stuff like that. Again, most people aren't saying that. They're just saying, look, no, they're looking at this individual guy. Yeah, it just so happens that, he's also one of these people that identifies as a trans person, right? It just happens that, he identifies as that, but that's...
You know what I've been saying about it, where I'm just like, I don't think the trans community should be claiming Chris Tyson. All this stuff happened. All this stuff happened before Chris Tyson transitioned. It's more than likely a transition just to give them a defense for this shit.
Yeah, and I think that honestly, that's not that far fetched if you think about it. Especially if you think that maybe, possibly, he could have felt that maybe people were going to bring that up at some point in time if he had the foresight that, which I don't know if he does or doesn't. I can't speak to his intellect. I don't know anything about the guy, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
If you think if maybe he had this master plan, like he's this really smart guy and had this master plan, it's like, oh well, this is what I'll do. If worst case scenario, if I ever get busted or people bring this back up, I'll just be a part of this one community, and then I'll be okay. I'll be safe. I'll have a shield, because we saw, like, remember with the giggly goon clown guy, right? That guy was saying straight up that he had planned to be a part of that community because he felt that he would be safe from any kind of criticism or any kind of repercussions, which is crazy, right? But there is people out there that are actually like that will think stuff like that. They'll be like, hey, well, if the shit hits the fan, well, I'll just be a woman. I'll just say I'm a woman and I'll be fine.
Well, I mean, the thing is, yeah, the Giggly Goo Clown, actually, that is why they transitioned. And they're pretty open that's why they transitioned.
Yeah. He straight up said it. Like, yeah, I'll just do this and I'll be fine. I'll be protected. That's so, crazy. Yeah.
But I mean, that's the problem. You can't do anything, right? Like, you really can't do anything because at the end of the day, this is the route. This is the route that he's decided to go down, right?
Yeah.
This is what he wants to do. It's disturbing to us, right? We don't like it. We think it's wrong, but it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, this guy is going to keep on doing this shit.
Yeah.
I like, it pisses me off. I get like, you know how I am. I get fucking angry as fuck about it.
Oh yeah, I know.
But like, what's the solution here? What is the actual solution? How do we resolve the problems that we're having with this, like with these people? I look at it and I said flat out, the trans community needs to stop fucking claiming this guy. If people want to misgender him, let them fucking misgender the guy. Let them fucking dead name the guy. Make it so that this person is not a part of the community for the shit that they have done. Like,
yeah,
but the argument that they go with is the argument of, well, if we allow you to misgender, it's going to affect the rest of the trans community. And then I'm like, okay, well, no, I know. Yeah, I'm like, okay, so are you telling me that you're afraid that you're going to abuse a child and then be misgendered? Like, what's the argument here? This is a pretty heinous thing. I think this is worse than murder. I do.
I think that's such a weird argument to make too, because again, it's not a fucking collective. You know what I mean?
It's not.
That's the thing. It's not being treated like a collective.
I said the last thing that we did. Like, if a Muslim goes out and commits a heinous act, I don't claim him. I say they're not an actual Muslim.
Yeah,
that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, you're exactly, because you're holding the individual responsible. You're not going to hold the entire, because that's the thing. There's plenty of Muslims, obviously, that don't believe in that at all. They don't. There's plenty of Muslims that don't even believe in violence like that. You know what I mean? They're not down for that. That are super ultra peaceful. And the thing is it's the same thing with the trans community, right? Like the video I sent you earlier. Remember, that's one of the things that the guy in that video said that I thought was a little off too. Is he was saying at the end, this is gonna hurt the community. It's like, no, it's really not. You know what I mean? Because it's just one guy that did something wrong. That's it. And honestly, the last thing you should be worrying about is respecting somebody who does something wrong. It's like they don't deserve respect. It's like, it's not a big deal to be like, oh, but that hurt. No, it doesn't. Unless you're saying that somehow, some way, you're a collective, which you're not. You're really not. I mean, it's not the fucking Borg from Star Trek and shit. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, but they treat it like it is.
They do, and that's weird. I think that's so fucking weird that they're so bent on treating it that way. It's just like, no, listen, one of you goes down doesn't mean that all of you have to go down. It really doesn't. It's just like, I don't know why you want to make it that way. It's like, one falls down, we all fall. No, it's just that guy. Fuck that guy. Honestly, why would you want him around anyways? Get him the fuck out of here.
And why would you claim this guy when all this shit happened before they transitioned? Like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's what makes it even. I don't know. That's what makes it even crazy.
It's so fucking bizarre to me. Like, it makes no sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's why just like it reminded me so much of the Chris Chan stuff, and it's just like fuck that guy, man. It's just like oh, you got to remember just refer to him like when Tipster was saying that dumb shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Who gives a shit? It's just like fuck that guy. It's just like why am I gonna respect this guy who raped his mom, with his penis? You know what I mean? No, no, fuck out of here, man.
But that's
no,
true.
man, I'm not gonna.
It's true.
I'm not, yeah, it's just like no, he doesn't deserve any kind of respect. That's disgusting, man. It's just like what he did was immoral. It's not just immoral; it's criminal in his state. That's why he went to fucking jail.
No,
it's yeah, it's fucked up, dude. It's just like you're gonna take advantage of. Look, and I'm not. Look, I don't know his history with his mom. I'm sure it probably wasn't the best. You know what I mean? But even still, it's just like, look, she's a woman that's losing her mind, and she brought you into this world. And the thing is, now the way you're gonna repay her now is just by taking advantage of her ailment and age. It's just like, nah, man. Fuck out of here, dude.
Okay,
it's gross, man.
I saw the comment from Seymour telling me to play Iron Giant, and it's not that I don't like Iron Giant. It's just I'm trying to get the points for the event, so I have to play with what the characters it's asking me to play as.
Yeah.
Also, Samurai Jack just got released, and he's awesome.
Oh, dude, you should. I don't know if you went over what the one, the Finster said.
Oh, I didn't play that video. That's the guy that's accusing Chris of trying to
Well, I have a crush on him. Yeah, and the thing is,
so
him
weird.
like with him, he's saying that I guess that they only met the one time or whatever. Like he kind of sweeps a little bit, which is unfortunate. He does kind of sweep a little bit, but he does. It's weird. It's a strange video because it's like he's trying to hold Chris accountable for what he did or trying to say what he did wasn't right, but he's also saying like, oh, but I don't think he's like a groomer or anything like that. And it's just like, I don't know, man. Those messages they kind of lean towards that a little bit. I can't say definitively either because I think I'd have to see the full body, but it definitely at the very least I would say it definitely comes across because especially if he was. If Lava or who's the other guy? Nathan's the guy, right?
Yeah, Nathan.
If Nathan ends up
the first one, Nathan's the one who called him out.
Yeah, if Nathan, I mean, and again, we've already seen messages where the guy talks about nudes and stuff like that, right? And the thing is, if more messages come out, really kind of it implying that and showing that he was basically sending these nude images to them. Dude, that's enticement of a minor, bro. That alone is a felony. Just sending those images to, if he was sending like pornographic images to kids, at the very least, that'd be like enticement of a minor, bro. That's already illegal, dude. And it's just like at that point, it's like, yeah, I'd have no problem calling him a groomer. Yeah, for sure. And potentially, potentially a pedo. Yeah. So it's just like because that leans itself towards that. Why would you try to entice kids with those kinds of imagery? Well, one can only assume, right? That we could only make assumptions at that point. It's like the reason why you're sending these illicit photos to these young men and then talking, having these sexual conversations with them is because of what it does for you. So it's just like, yeah, it's messed up.
I mean, that would be the most I don't know how to say it. That'd be the most basic way of looking at it, right?
Yeah.
Like that really is the most basic way of looking at it. I have no clue why there needs to be this defense of Chris Tyson. I don't know why you people don't want to just throw this motherfucker under the bus. Like, to me, that's the smartest thing you can do in this situation. Don't claim them. Throw them out, get rid of them. And yeah, I get the whole thing with Finster where it's kind of, I think we were talking about it. And it's like, yeah, it does seem like it's every trans for themselves right now.
Yeah. That's what I got from it. I was like, oh shit. Throwing out the baby with the bathwater now. It's just like, oh, I don't talk to either one of them. That's what it was saying. The video is like, oh, he's yep, there it goes. It's like it's it's every man in a dress for himself, so
yeah, I'm just oh wait, I'm sorry. I've had this comment on the screen the entire time. The Boys season 3. I remember when Seymour was in here, I think on Monday, And they're like, I'm going to go watch season 3 of The Boys. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just been out for years. Sorry. I got like totally distracted by that. Okay, so the Finster video, I mean, I guess we can watch it. Like, I'm not sure, like, how long is it?
I don't know. You might want to speed it up because I think it's like a 15-minute video.
Oh, I mean, that's
you might want to you might want to put on speed up if anything. So.
Yeah. Okay. 6 minutes long. That really isn't that bad. Okay. Let's just.
Was it 6 minutes? I thought it was longer.
16. Sorry.
Oh, they said 6. I was like, oh,
I did. I made a mistake. Okay. Let me speed this up though. Do they talk slow? Let's try it at 1.5. Oh, wait. There's my mute button.
And if you don't, the main plot line is that she was both publicly and privately talking inappropriately to a minor. If you
Jesus fuck, that is the hey John, do you know what I mean? Like when the voice doesn't match the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Many of you know about the Ava Chris Tyson situation, and if you don't,
it's
the main
very
plot line is that she was both publicly and privately talking inappropriately to a minor. If you're someone that looked up to Ava, I get it. 90% of what's out there is just people throwing slurs and lying about things. I get that you want to immediately jump to a defense. I'm obviously not going to be doing that. But from the perspective of someone that used to be a fairly close friend, let's go through what she said and did so you get context of this.
Yeah. Like, you know what's funny? If the voice was different, you probably couldn't tell. I just fuck, man. The minute the voice went off, I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Situation.
And is that transphobic? Like, I'm sorry. The minute they started, I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
And you'll understand why I'm distancing myself, and you'll see a bunch of other people distancing themselves too. I don't know if you can tell by the dead look in my eyes here, but I didn't exactly see this news coming, and it's pretty. So let's look. So
I can't actually tell by the dead look in your eyes because of all the makeup and filters going on. Honestly, your face shows no real emotion, other than you look like you might be happy.
In this one, I get the defense. It was 2016, edgy jokes, whatever. I know the sort of shit that I said back in 2016 when I was a 16-year-old. So quite frankly, I didn't care when I saw it. It's more that there are a lot of tabs on my screen and you can see how many of them are going to be quite bad. I want to focus on a couple things that I can personally verify, as I don't think anyone really has yet. So what I'm mainly going to be focused on is not the stuff that's just edgy jokes. It's the stuff where they're interacting publicly with someone who's underage. And I believe the youngest this person I'm going to go over was, they were 13, and the oldest, they were 16. I'm no mogul male. I don't know when things were when, but let's be real. If it was 16 or 13, it's still pretty fucking bad. Ava or Chris, I'm going to just go with Ava, used to have a Patreon page, and Lava was one of the people that donated briefly. Ava's follow-up to Lava was that she said she posted some for you, please no share, which is cringe. This was also over 6 years ago, and the landscape of what you could talk about on the internet and joke about was different, but I don't think it really ever involved talking to minors like this. Here, Lava posted a screenshot in a public Discord from a Snapchat they got from Chris saying, "Coming for America." Now, to be honest with you, a bunch of the videos that were made on this framed things very weirdly, and I was immediately on edge and guarded about believing them, especially in the manner that it was presented. Throwing slurs out there, I've managed to get a few threats already, which is fun. To someone like me who has met Chris once, these are the people in my DMs calling me a lot of slurs and myself, so I usually take their opinions at face value. But then I saw this. This is Lava responding in 2018 to Ava, which said, "Does she know about your hentai addiction?" And I had the like Peter Quill fucking eyes wide open shot after he figures out his dad, his mom. I had this with
the incongruity is fucking with your brain. Yeah, same, man. Like it's messing with my head a little bit. Listen, what they said though, the conversation, the being on Snapchat with the minor. I'm glad Finster, because they're a former friend of Chris Tyson, I'm glad they're pointing out that that's bizarre as fuck, right? Like, I've said this. I don't think you can actually explain to me, outside of a family member, why you have minors on Snapchat messaging you. I don't know if you could ever explain it to me. I know someone must have tried, but like that same thing. The minute you find out, like when I say that Chris Tyson had invited a bunch of minors to a Discord server, just saying that fucking like it messes with your head. You're like, why the fuck are you doing that? But for other people are like, well, that's normal. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it's fucking normal?
Yeah.
Why are you gathering a bunch of minors in a private Discord server? Like, to me, that's like the digital version of Epstein Island.
that tweet
Yeah.
because Ava has spoken to me about
you
hentai,
know what
which
Discord is.
fine
You know
in the
it's
context
true.
of two adults having a conversation, especially when one of them does work like me. And it wasn't like it was sprung on me either. There was an ask of like, can we talk about this? And I said yes. But under no circumstances should a child have ever heard that. You know, having said that, I don't know how they heard it. They talked a lot publicly, and it seems like a bit privately. Going onto the Drama Alert Twitter, they posted this video.
This ain't true. And this screenshot is Chris Tyson talking one-on-one with him. And at this point, he would have been 16. And here we go.
Now, Lava himself responded to it. Lava responded to a quartering tweet saying that there were no sexual messages exchanged. I would venture to say if you're talking about hentai, maybe not. I see that as fairly sure. Now, I really highly doubt that.
Whoa. John, can you help me figure something out really quick?
Yeah, what's up?
So let's say you are watching hentai. Are you doing that because you appreciate the plot and the character development, or are you doing it because, well, you're probably jerking off?
I mean, if somebody's watching hentai, I mean, there's probably a chance that they're probably not watching it just to appreciate the artwork.
Fuck. I'm just like, okay, listen. The minute that happens, it's a sexual conversation, right? That's why I'm so outraged to find out that Chris Tyson ordered Nathan to create the NSFW channel on his Discord, because Nathan's a fucking minor. Why the hell did you have a minor creating an NSFW channel for you?
I mean, yeah, hentai is literally animated, prawn,
What's this from Blanc? Questions. Crow know about the Shadman doc, the list of people's associated with him, the same guy Chris bought Lilicon from. Yes, I do. In fact, I talked about it on stream on Wednesday, I think. Jessica Nagiri is a cosplayer on the list. Ricky Berwick was on the list. Elvis the Alien, who's now nuked his Twitter account, is on the list.
Oh, dude, you know who else is on the list apparently, and I think she's getting lambasted for it too.
Who?
Is Anime Man's girlfriend? What's her name? Aki Dearest? Is it Aki Dearest?
I don't know who that is. I don't know. I'm not the biggest.
The anime.
YouTubers.
Well, you know who Anime Man is, right? The Anime Man.
I know who the Act Man is. Is he similar, but for anime?
No. Yeah, and no, Anime Man. I mean, obviously covers anime stuff.
I'm just fucking around.
Joey,
yes.
the Anime Man.
I know who he
is.
His
girlfriend.
Fuck. So, here's the thing. In some circumstances, I think that you might be able to defend it when, the Jessica Nagiri one, she did a cosplay based on a drawing that Shadman had done, but the drawing was not of a kid, right? I don't know, that stuff was posted on X. Maybe they saw it. Maybe they just thought it was a cool design. I'm not sure. What I do know is when that stuff broke, that cosplayer started deleting all the photos that they could on their social media account. So I don't know if there's anything deeper. I really don't know if there's anything deeper, because some of them seem like they were normal interactions over normal pieces of art that were posted on X. But then the rest are fucking creepy. Elvis the Alien going to Shadman and having Shadman make them thumbnails and then lying and saying, well, these were already art that Shadman had done, and then finding out that no, that's not true. You went and commissioned him to do art for you. That's bad. That is bad.
Well, my understanding of Shadman also is that he even made I believe he's a degenerate, and I believe he even made, my understanding is, and again, I could be wrong about this, somebody could correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he even made a picture of his own mother, a prawn picture of his own mother.
He did.
And she stopped talking to him after that. And it's just why the fuck would you, you know what I mean? It's just there's two reasons you're doing that, right? I would think either you have some kind of incestual attraction towards her, or you really hate her and you wanted to piss her off. So,
did you guys talk about
gross.
the Dog Pack 404 video? I work for MrBeast. He's a fraud. Is that the same former employee that was on Twitter saying that? No. I know the one you're talking about. I haven't been able to find that video because I saw somebody else reviewing it, and I wasn't able to find it when I did a search for it. Like, if you look up that term, I didn't see it. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, instead, like when I look up, I work for MrBeast Dogpack 404. The first video is from a channel called Spill Sesh. Then there's the Tom Dark channel. And then there's Dogpack 404's YouTube channel. And then there's Why I Low-Key Hate MrBeast. That's fucking weird. Let me go to Dogpack's channel, see if I can just... There you go. That is bizarre. Why is this video not showing up even when you directly search for it? John, hey, like, have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, I mean, we got to remember, MrBeast is the biggest channel on YouTube.
Okay, but the first video that just popped up was a video that was posted an hour ago and has like 1,000 views.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't speak to that.
That's
like
weird.
I said,
It's fucking weird.
It is bizarre.
Well, let me show you. Real quick. I'll go back to this. I just want to show you the search results, and it is strange. Maybe YouTube is suppressing the video. But I work for MrBeast Dogpack 404, right? Dogpack, actually, no, well, now it just changed a little bit. Dogpack 404's YouTube channel is up here, but then it's a video by More Pegasus, a video by Tom Dark, a video by Spill Sesh, a video by The Talentless Writer, a video by Relax Shorts, and then Dogpack 404. So it was just a little bit further down the list.
So it could be just because the video hasn't made the rounds yet.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's probably because you said he uploaded an hour ago.
No. This video was uploaded 2 days ago. It's got 400,000 views. How is this not the top video when you search for it?
It's being suppressed then. It absolutely is being suppressed.
That has to be the case. Okay, I'm going to subscribe to this guy. Listen, there's no way in hell we can review it because I just don't have the time today. But if you guys want to tune in on Monday, we'll watch this video, assuming it's still out there. Let's go back to the Finster one for now, but we'll watch that on Monday because I'm kind of curious what it has to say.
That was ever talked about explicit.
Okay, real quick though. John, is that not fucked up that YouTube is suppressing a video calling MrBeast a fraud?
It is, but but remember, he's the biggest channel on their platform. You know what I mean? He's their golden boy right now.
They were gonna like fucking shut him down and give it to T-Series, and you know that.
Well, no, that was PewDiePie. Remember, that was PewDiePie.
I know. I'm just saying that they could do the exact same thing to MrBeast, and they wouldn't bat a fucking eye.
They could, but remember, MrBeast, for the most part, until all this stuff really started happening, has had a mostly with very few controversy, squeaky clean
John,
image,
John,
right?
I'm sorry, I got to stop this really quick. I got to stop this video really quick. I got to show you this. Do you know MrBeast got a restaurant, right? Like a fast food restaurant?
Yeah, the Beast, Beast Burgers or whatever.
Yeah. Let me read through the items, okay? Carl's Grilled Cheese, a crispy chicken tender sandwich, a Nashville hot chicken tender sandwich, crinkle fries, a signature crinkle fries, and Chris's kitty dog.
What? What?
There's no way they didn't know. There's no fucking way they didn't know. John, there is no way they did not know. That's nuts. That's insane.
That's a little too on the nose.
Bro, on the fucking nose. Jesus. Yeah, no way in hell. My God, why did you do this to us? Dude, what the fuck? What the actual fuck is that? Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. That is foul. That is, that's, holy shit. Dude, holy shit. Okay. I'm going to play the Finster video. We're watching the Finster video, but Jesus fucking Christ. The fucking Chris's kitty dog. It's discontinued now, everybody. See, it's discontinued now. Jesus. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, fucking man.
to Lava, as Lava's been really outspoken about it, making tweets saying these videos are massive lies, twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me the favor and comment on these videos and tell them stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. Talking about the videos that were made on the situation, and then in response saying I'm not a victim, I'm not backpedaling any statements I've already made. Everything I've stated is still very true. Nothing bad happened between me and Chris.
You remember how he backpedaled his statement against Nathan?
Well, this is before any of that. So this is going to age really badly. Very quickly.
Everything ages like fucking milk with this kid.
People are creating lies around my name. And then he talks about crediting the right videos that needs to be taken down, in his opinion. Personally, I believe him, but it doesn't really matter. Most people's first thing is you're a victim. We can't really take your word on this. But look, even if there were no messages like that exchanged, I really highly doubt Ava is a groomer like people are saying. If they're saying nothing happened, I'm going to go with nothing happened. But even with what's confirmed publicly, it's bad. There should be no like jokes about nudes or hentai exchanging or a ton of other screenshots between Lava and Chris that I don't think were appropriate. No matter how Lava feels about it now, it doesn't change the fact that it was...
Seymour, you want that masculine voice just whispering into your ears at night? The fuck is wrong with you?
Benjamin Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh my god, yeah! Wait. God, what was that show? The Venture Brothers. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. It's just like Dr. Girlfriend. It's just like Dr. Girlfriend. Bro, you know what Finster should do? Finster should cosplay Dr. Girlfriend, because that'd be fucking hilarious. Oh god, that'd be hilarious. Oh, dude, sorry.
Still weird and wrong and gross. Also, sorry, I'm about to flashbang you. Yeah. I'm sure you've seen a ton of this, and I have nothing unique to add. That's a guy called Shadman. Shadman does awful criminal stuff on the internet. I can't put it any other way. He draws child. It's just quite bad, isn't it? It's not even like, oh, it's a cartoon character, so it doesn't technically count. No, they drew of a real kid, Keemstar's kid, actually. To which Keemstar did leak some DMs and say, you didn't apologize to me a month ago in private when I brought up your behavior, sporting a cartoon CP artist that drew my 8-year-old daughter in a way. What changed? And honestly, he's putting it lightly that Shadman did that. I've seen the image blurred, and I don't feel comfortable showing it here. It's very bad. And the reason why people are bringing up Shadman is because Ava had a piece of artwork by him. This was just printed out. I'm not going to show it because this one isn't a real kid, but it's awful. And one last thing that came out was a video was shared, leaked. I'm not really sure of way back in the day that she made a video talking about Jeanette McCurdy from iCarly, specifically when revenge of her was leaked.
How's it going, you guys? So you're probably...
Dude, actually, this is probably one of my favorite videos I've ever seen. Right? Just for how absurd it is, right? Like, I don't. How old was she at the time when this stuff came out? Right?
I think she was in her early 20s, wasn't she?
Early 20s? Okay. I just want to make sure because somebody had said something that she may have been a minor. I was like, I don't think that's the case. Otherwise, we would have probably seen
No. I don't think. No, hell no. You would have seen exactly. No, yeah. I think she was in her early 20s.
But the thing I find funny about this video is in it, he's talking about how some people who have revenge porn of them leaked, you know, they will off themselves, right? They'll self-harm. And then he goes, I don't support it, but here's a link so you can watch the videos. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't endorse it, but if you want to check it out, here's the link.
What the fuck? I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
The rest of the video goes on to talk about how sharing revenge is wrong, but it was linked in the description, which... What? But okay, why am I even making this in the first place? This is easily one of those things that I could just talk about on stream or never mention and just deal with it in therapy, that I was friends with this person. And the reason is me and Ava have known each other for a while. Back around late 2022, early 2023, we started talking a lot more, playing video games, and discussing the possibility that they might transition. And at the time, I was already on estrogen, and so they wanted to know some info about it. Basically just to check that her doctors had given her all the...
You know it's actually kind of hilarious right now? If you look at the screen, like the one on YouTube, because we've... Hold on, let me take this. Okay, you can see the inside story of the grooming allegations against Chris Tyson. But when I have the screen pulled up, it looks like the inside story of massive lies to protect Chris Tyson. Actually, that worked out perfectly. I gotta thank Laura for that. That's totally unintentional, but it's been on the screen the entire time, and I fucking love it.
So where's the man?
And I was very supportive, and we continued chatting about transition stuff, just life in general. We unboxed some CSGO knives, and a little bit after that, she came out. Kind of. She said, like, I'm on HRT, but, like, I don't know the pronouns yet. And I got a phone call. I was invited to a MrBeast shoot out in Tokyo. Now, at the time, oh my fucking god. Dude, this fucking haunts me. Okay, I'll give you context. I was hanging out with someone called Soda at the time that had flown in from the States to meet me, who was another close friend that I had that was in, like, sort of the industry. And so we went to Tokyo. We all...
Wait, is Soda the person that was
the blonde guy?
That was the one in the Giggly Goo Clown server,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
Gene Ella Hollywood, Soda Cat, aka Soda Cat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to be sure of that. So, for those of you who are unaware, Giggly Goo Clown is another trans person. I'm not even going to say that they're not trans. Giggly Goo Clown is somebody that transitioned because they said it would make it easier to prey on children. They have a matte bikini. There's a whole Kiwi Farms thread on all of their deranged and insane fucking dialogue.
They're degenerate and self-admitted, pedo.
Yeah. There's no argument there.
We went shopping and we hung out and we took this selfie. I thought that I was invited pretty much just for fun, but not really, apparently. See, this person in the middle here is called Soda. This year, on my birthday, weirdly enough, Ava made this tweet, which has now since been deleted, but I did take issue with this. But it's worth noting that I followed up with Ava on this, and then a week later, she got back to me with a big apology and deleted. But
hold on, let me read what this is. Finally going to talk about this because it doesn't involve me and I don't know any of the guys involved. I invited someone to Japan because I was going through it mentally. My test levels were sick, whatever. So I invited the person I was kind of friends with because they had just started HRT and I also had a crush on them. They asked me if they could bring a friend, and since it was a MrBeast video, I said yes, because there would be downtime. I met that person maybe 3 times total before I realized they were into each other, and I left because I felt like I had been used for a free date to Japan. What the fuck is up with this guy? So I mean, this is Chris Tyson complaining because he tried to invite Finster because he wanted to fuck Finster, but Finster, who thought it was just like a MrBeast thing,
or he wanted to get fucked by Finster.
Okay, or that. We actually don't know who the top of the
we don't know though.
Would have been.
We don't know. Yeah.
Okay. This is pathetic. This is beyond pathetic. So MrBeast is doing a video thingy in Tokyo, and Chris Tyson is using the trip to Japan to entice people to go over so that he can be with them, right? Like that's the implication here. Fuck, man.
I did take issue with this, but it's worth noting that I followed up with Ava on this, and then a week later she got back to me with a big apology about this statement. But still, I feel like it's important to give context. There's some awful shit about Soda that we're going to get to in a second, but she said, finally going to talk about this because it doesn't involve me and I don't know any of the guys involved. I invited someone to Japan because I was going through it mentally. My testosterone and E levels were bad. So I invited the person I was kind of friends with because they had just started HRT and I also had a crush on them. I didn't know that at the time. They asked me if they could bring a friend, and since it was a MrBeast video, I said yes because there'd be some downtime. I met the person 3 times total before I realized they were into each other, and then I left because I felt like I'd been used for a free date to Japan, and was kind of left as a third wheel. Never talked to them again, except a reply on Twitter because there's one picture of us in the same place. People call me a... Now, this is the photo they're referring to, and I get why they made that statement. It is not true. Ava knew who Soda was. I had prior introduced them. It wasn't just, can I bring this random person along? And it was also not someone that I was interested in, because what I messaged her about after it came out was saying, I didn't know you felt that way. I would have thought very differently about this trip if I knew. But the part that Ava says where she left fairly quickly is true. I didn't know why, and the reason was given to me that she wanted to go see her kid, which is fair. I've never been a parent. I assume that you probably care about them. I don't know. Also, we have spoken since. I'm not sure why they threw that in, because we made a video together. And in regards to everything involving Soda, Soda was also involved in a different bit of drama. Sounds like the wrong word. DMs were leaked between Soda and an actual file where Soda is role-playing and going along with a...
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Wait, whoa. Soda was role-playing with the Giggly Goo Clown? Dude, John, is that what I just fucking heard? Holy fuck.
Yeah, I believe. I don't know if he was role playing with him, but I know he was in that dude. See, the reason why that dude was getting so much backlash, the Soda, is because they were part of, that server. It was that giggly goo count, and apparently he was sharing stuff in there too that was very questionable and degenerate. Turkey Tom talked about it in his video. Like, I don't know if he ever shared anything like, I won't go as far as say he shared anything like CP related, but he was a part of that server. He did engage in some of those conversations. He did share some degenerate stuff in there too, but I don't know to what extent. And supposedly when he realized that it was this is according to, because I guess Turkey Tom talked to him. So if you watch Turkey Tom's video, if you watch it through the end, Turkey Tom claims to have talked with him and said, that the guy claimed that he never engaged in anything like with anything underage. I don't know how true that is, but at the same time, I find that a little bit hard to believe, considering the fact that that server, particularly that Giggly Goo Clown server, seemed to be pretty open about the fact that there was minors and stuff in there. So it's just like, I don't know. I can't say anything definitively, but the only one that seems to not have any kind of a sketchy, degenerate history that we know of is this person right here, this Finster. Finster's the only one that seems to not have any kind of, sketchy, prawn, CP, any kind of allegations like that, or any kind of problematic history with children or anything like that.
Problematic history with children yet.
Yeah, that we know of, right? That we know of, right?
Like here's the thing, right? I don't think that they're all degenerates, right? Like this is my main issue with the whole whatchamacallit, people crying about how this is going to impact the trans community, because I kept saying, if you keep making it about your fucking community, other people will absolutely make it about your community. Mm-hmm. And I've started to see that happen over the past couple of days, where people are like going all fucking in on trans people now, because it's like this is the natural reaction when you fucking idiots start defending a pedophile.
Well, like this guy, right? He's kind of being he was guilted by association, even though he probably, at least as far as we know, is the only one that has a clean past that we know of, right? And who knows what could come out later on, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt for now, right? That I guess
I'm not going to accuse somebody just being guilty on association, right? Like,
no, exactly.
I appreciate Finster coming out here and like actually drawing attention to it, and that's you need to stop eating.
I wasn't eating. I was actually throwing something away. My bad. You're good. I wasn't eating this time. I was throwing something away. Sorry.
I appreciate Finster coming out here and putting out the statement. I think this is the appropriate thing to fucking do. But like, I don't think you need to respect Chris in any way, shape, or form. Disown them, get rid of them, because they are fucking unhinged, deranged, awful fucking human being, right? I appreciate Finster like putting out the statement, but until like something actually comes out of Finster, I'm not gonna fucking like cast aspersions on them. I appreciate the video that they did. And I appreciate drawing attention to the fact that, because here's the thing, if Chris Tyson was actually going around using the MrBeast shoots to as a way of trying to like hook up with people, bro, that's like,
that's messed up in its own way. Yeah,
it is. And it's like, the more that comes out, the more you find out Chris Tyson is just like one of the most disgusting people that humanly fucking possible. What is this? Finster actually used to stream Minecraft and had a child audience with a Discord while simultaneously plugging her OnlyFans. I really can't trust Finster at all.
Oh, if that's true, I mean, then I guess if that's true, then I guess it's only a matter. I guess it's only a matter of time now.
Well, this is the reason why everybody's attacking the trans community, because you had 3 trans people in a photo and they all turned out to be deviants. Fuck, man. Oh shit, that's hilarious. It's like that photo was cursed.
Fantasies. Nothing super explicit, but the phrase "yay child" was used, which I found weird. And shortly after that controversy, communication very quickly slowed with both of them. Ava didn't want to talk to Soda, brand risk. Ava didn't want to talk to me, brand risk. It didn't fit the branding image of MrBeast, which is fair enough. I was told that going into when we did the shoot in Tokyo. I was just sort of a standby. I was never going to be in the video because
isn't that crazy? Can you pause it? Can you pause it?
Content creator.
Yeah.
Can you pause it? You heard what he just said, right? He's like, obviously we didn't fit the branding image of MrBeast. Now, one could argue, right, that it's like that it's not necessarily because of, you know, of him being trans or whatever, right? That maybe it was just because of the OF and the fact that they did it all content. Yeah, maybe fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Fair enough. That might be true. But the thing is, again, when you think about the stuff that Chris Tyson was engaging in, right? That it's hard for me to look at that and say, like, how, you know, this is one of your best friends. How could you not? You could say like, well, I didn't know. You know, I don't know, man.
John,
that's hard. I can't really buy that.
Chris's
I can't really buy that.
dog on the MrBeast menu.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. There's just too much. There's just way too much to.
No way you.
Yeah, it's just like.
Know.
I mean, this guy's been your best friend for years. You know, I mean, you had to at least. And here's the other thing too, because remember, this is something that was brought up, I believe, as well earlier today with the. You know, with people going through the logs. I think you might have shared it. Actually, I think you told me you were telling me and Aura about it. That like MrBeast, I think, was a part of that server, but at some point he left, right?
Well, yeah,
that he was a part of that server, but he left at some point.
Because
right?
I brought this up in my video today. MrBeast was in the server. MrBeast left the server in 2020. However, there's no post that anyone has shown of MrBeast ever communicating. So for all I know, you know, Chris told him, "Hey, I have the server," and MrBeast joined it and just never looked at it because that is
possible. That is possible.
Reasonable. That is totally reasonable.
That is possible because
I've done the same thing. Okay, I've been invited to Discord servers and
never engaged in them. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the general page, I saw that when I first got into the server, but that was it. Like I never, I have multiple Discord servers that I'm in that I never look at because I just don't give a fuck.
Same, exactly. I've been a part of a couple too where I've never even sent a single message or even seen what the hell is in it. You know what I mean?
I want to be fair. Like the thing is, I want to be fair with everything. So like I can't sit there and use that as actual evidence that he knew what was going on in the Discord server because really, probably not. But bro, like on your fucking menu, you're selling Chris's kitty dog. Like that like, okay,
that's a little too on that's a little too on the nose to be coincidence, man. I don't know.
Really
you know, but maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I could be completely wrong.
Am I overthinking it? Maybe. Like,
I could be completely wrong, but that just seems a little too on the nose to be a coincidence. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I could completely be wrong.
T-Bird, can you do me a favor? Like, I'm being dead serious. And if T-Bird can't do it, I ask anybody that's watching the video right now, can you just clip our reaction to the fucking Chris's kitty dog thing? Like, I'm begging you, clip it and post it on Twitter because Jesus fuck. Like, I actually want to watch that shit again. Cause like I can't, like, I'm just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that one's a little hard. I mean, like I said, I don't know, man. But go ahead. Continue the video. Sorry.
I'm not exactly PG. It was very quickly and very rightfully at the point where kind of no one talks to each other out of that photo anymore.
Hey, appreciate
that photo
it. Make
does
sure
exist,
you tag
and
me. Thank you.
God, it will haunt me forever. I'm not proud to have called those people my friends. Everything in this situation is just gross and weird, and it's sick. Our morals very clearly don't align, and now I have some fun trust issues to work through in therapy. That photo of us together while we were having a nice time at the time, no one knew anything about anything. The information about SodaCat came out much later in the year, and we hadn't met up since that photo was taken. But that memory now is just horrible and tainted, and I can't look at it. The final update being Ava has since stepped down from MrBeast with not a very apologetic apology. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments. If it hurt or offended anyone, it was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided that it's best that I permanently step away from all things MrBeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. I want to add I never groomed anyone. The person who brought up these accusations, Lava, has vocally supported that they're false. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone who I've hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad, edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In the past years, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. I don't want these accusations to impact the hundreds of people who work at MrBeast, which is why I've stepped away.
So crazy. to be like, it's just edgy jokes,
It's not an
bro.
apology. I think Ava's statement clarifies the situation well, but even still, a lot of my gripes come from what we know are true. And
well, okay, so someone said that the hot dog's been completely taken off the menu now, and I'm looking at the menu and I'm like, okay, that's interesting because we have multiple options for everybody else that was in the crew, like multiple burgers for Chandler, for Carl, for Beast. And then for Chris, there's one thing. And I'm like, okay. So you did delete it. Because Chris has been there for a long time. So I know he had something else on the menu. I'm just, based on everybody else that's got something on the menu. Like, Jesus, fuck, dude. Fuck.
And that are checkable on social media. I'm really sorry if I'm the one that brought this news to you. I'm trying to be a bit more upbeat about it, but this has caused me an awful lot of lost sleep over the fact that this was a thing. I think it's good that she stepped down from MrBeast, but what she said was weird. This whole situation does just suck. I do understand the people speculating about it, of like, Ava's trans, so does non-binary, and I'm whatever I am. I've already seen people online making shit up about me. People posting that screenshot and saying that I have a Discord full of children that I promote OnlyFans to, which is insane. I'm not the owner of the Discord. It's community rant.
Hey, somebody in our chat said that exact same thing. Finster's calling you a liar. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Who's telling the truth?
Well, it is kind of hard to have a Discord server and not have it filled with kids while having an OnlyFans account, so not sure to say about that. Ooh, who else said it? There we go. Terminator and Seymour Butts. I love your names, by the way. I pointed it out. Be proud. Finster says you are a liar, sir. Jesus. Well, listen, I don't know who to believe here. The guy named Terminator in my chat, or the trans person that was photographed with 2 pedophiles.
Oh man.
Low blow.
Yeah.
I know, it's a low blow. It really is a low blow. Listen, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know how you do have a Discord server filled with people that are watching you play Minecraft, and then you promote your OnlyFans in that server. If that actually happened, I'm going to say that it probably did get seen by kids.
I haven't spoken in there ever. Have I? Let me check. I must have spoken once or twice. Yeah, in 2021, there's about 5 to 10 mods that I'm paying actively to manage that Discord and to make sure no weird shit goes on in there. And I mean, to the extent of we'll ban.
Okay, so according to Finster, they have only posted in that server one time. I mean, I think that's reasonable because I hardly ever posted in my server until I got like pushed into responding to shit, and even then it was just posting my own videos. So
yeah, I can speak to that too. To that being true, that is true.
Yeah, if you guys have it, wait. There are still Chris foods there. They are just spelled Chris. No, I know. I looked at it, but there's an option that's missing for Chris that's not missing on the other ones. I remember a fucking while ago, someone made a thread exposing some BS Finster filled with, but ended up getting nuked. I mean, if you've got proof, I'll pull it up. But outside of that, I mean, again, I can't say that they're guilty. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
And if you say your age, no matter what it is, the mods have infinite decision-making power. They can ban whoever. If you talk about my OnlyFans, the fact that
what account am I using on Twitter?
You will get banned. But again,
sorry, hold on.
I'm not in there, which is why I'm trying to approach this topic from I get that trans people get an awful lot of shit about everything all the time. But holy shit, man. Trans people deserve rights and respect the same way anyone else gets. But to get that, we have to call out people that have verifiably done wrong in the same way that anyone else does. Making this a trans issue or misgendering Chris or throwing around slurs or hating on trans people that have nothing to do with anything is extremely fucked up. And while I'm used to it and I don't care, it's more that I've seen it to random people now. People in my replies, people in replies to my friends, just random people on Twitter. And also, since I guess I'm connected in some way, there's been a few people that came out saying that the issues at MrBeast run a lot deeper. And as of the time I'm recording this...
Actually, let me address that really quick. Because I don't care if you misgender Chris Tyson. Like, I don't think anybody should care if you misgender Chris Tyson. Like, honestly, I don't care if you misgender anybody. Like, if someone wants to call me a woman, like... Fuck, you remember Sen, he ran with that shit, right? I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, I've never fucking cared. Okay, it's the lamest fucking insult you could actually come up with to fucking misgender someone. Like, I just don't give a shit, right? But the part of, I see it happening to other trans people, hold on. I see people misgender Chris Tyson, and they're doing it intentionally. And then I see trans people jump in to start whining and crying about it. I see Kai Cenat, who's getting like brigaded by trans people and their allies for not respecting Chris Tyson's pronouns. The backlash to that is going to be the other trans people put themselves directly in the line of fucking fire. Stop making this about your fucking community. Stop crying about Chris Tyson's pronouns. If somebody abuses a child, I'll use whatever fucking pronouns I fucking feel like using on them. And the only way that affects the rest of you is if one of you puts your hands on a fucking child. I'm just saying.
That's pretty clear. No, you're right.
It's the 24th. Nothing has come out about it except for one thing. God damn it. Is this clip of Jimmy talking about a, at the time, 14-year-old celebrity.
He did say that he enjoys the Catch Me Outside girl and thinks she's funny. So let's just.
So that just shows what.
Let's be real. You want to put your dick in her?
I mean, it's
Oh, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. That silence is rough. I just wanted to say I can't speak to any of that. The people that I met on the team were perfectly nice. I never saw anything weird, but I've been to one away shoot with MrBeast, and beside from some obscene wealth displays, there's nothing that I saw that was all that strange, but we're probably just going to have to wait till Jimmy comes out and says something to learn anything more about this whole situation. Okay, we have an update. MrBeast tweeted, I'm nearly certain a PR team wrote this, but either way. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I'm disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct investigations to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time.
Did they just change their clothes?
They obviously added an update to the video.
Oh, okay. I was
filming.
like, what the fuck just happened?
Time to conduct a comprehensive investigation, and will take any further actions based on their findings. I'm going to say there will be no further action, because there never is. I do kind of call BS a little bit. Obviously, the Shad stuff is fairly worrying, and he also obviously kind of knew about it. I will say, from the brief interaction I have had with Jimmy, I really doubt he knew the extent of it. I just don't think he cares enough to ask Chris about their life like this. It's not really something like, you have to have a really specific group of friends to be able to talk to each other about your sexual stuff. It wasn't brought up to me, and me and Ava did talk about NSFW stuff, I guess. And if it wasn't mentioned to me, I doubt Jimmy knew either. But yeah, damn.
I don't think
I think that's extremely charitable.
I do too, because Finster and Chris Tyson have not been friends anywhere near the amount of time that Chris and Jimmy have been. Like, Chris is one of the original people that was with MrBeast, right? And on top of that, you have the Shadman art that's hanging up that was featured in one of MrBeast's videos. Because I've said this before, Chris Tyson has made zero effort to cover up any of this stuff up until it came out. All of it was everywhere. The tweets were public. The fucking the fucking Shadman tweets, those were all public. The artwork, that was all public. It was in a MrBeast video. I think that Jimmy knew. I think what Finster's saying about Jimmy probably didn't care. I don't know if Jimmy thought it was a big deal, which is, that speaks to his character more than anything.
I mean, look, I think it's possible. It's always possible that maybe there were certain aspects of this guy's life that he didn't know, and that, sure, maybe. But the thing is, overall, I mean, look, if he's one of MrBeast's best friends, which is that's the way he's always been portrayed, right? As one of his good friends. I think they were even roommates. You said that they were roommates at one point, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like you're gonna get to know things about that person, the person you live with, even if it's like you're gonna get to know the good, the bad, and the ugly, things that you didn't know, especially I think if you live with somebody, right? Even if he's very guarded, right? Even if Chris Tyson's a very guarded guy, I'm sure there was plenty of things that he would have done in front of him, or things they would have let slip. I'm sure they would have had very deep conversations about certain things. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there was things that he brought up to him that you know what I mean, in confidence, that he's not gonna just bring up to any random person. So I don't know, man. I mean, look, my best friend I've known since I was 5 years old.
Yeah, we're almost done with this video. Let's just wrap it up. Like, Something is definitely wrong at MrBeast.
All this is kind of rough, but to be honest with you, on Dev, I'm recording this, it seems like it's pretty much over. I guess we just kind of have to hope that this doesn't spread like some general negativity towards trans people, because this is essentially like the adpocalypse, but for trans women. Ava was obviously extremely influential, and it was a very big deal when they came out. I do wish the MrBeast team the best, and by scrolling, in the top replies on Twitter is just transphobia. Jesus Christ. It's just every single reply that's either just dead naming or using the wrong pronouns. Although whatever it is.
You know what? You deserve it. I'm going to say it. You absolutely deserve it. You want to, the minute you start bitching about Ava's dead name or Ava's fucking pronouns or this or that, you deserve it. And I feel zero sympathy for you. Shut the fuck up. Stop claiming Chris. Stop talking about how big and important they are for your fucking movement, and disown the fucking freak. If you can't do that, you deserve every single ounce of backlash and hatred directed your way. I'm sorry. I'm done with this shit. I'm really done with this shit. There is no other group on fucking Earth, on the fucking planet, no racial group, no sexuality group, no religious group that's going to claim fucking pedophiles as one of their own, except the trans community. They seem completely unwilling to just disown these people. So fine, by all fucking means. You deserve it. You deserve the backlash. If it's hatred towards the trans community, you deserve it because you generated it on your own. I ain't going to contribute to it. I'm not going to be fucking going out there ripping on fucking a trans person for being trans, right? I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. Like, it literally does not fucking matter to me. But I am fucking done. I'm absolutely fucking done with this bullshit about how this is affecting you. Disown the freak. All this shit happened before they transitioned. Get rid of them. Yeah, maybe that hurts because you don't have somebody at MrBeast that's a trans person. I mean, deal with it. But you want to keep making this about, I keep seeing people use the wrong fucking pronouns. Shut the fuck up. I just saw this person sending porn to children. And you're bitching about pronouns. Yeah, pedos don't deserve respect. Like, period. I can't. I fucking can't with that shit. Oh, man. Guys, sorry. John got DC'd. I'm going to finish up the rest of this video. I swear to God, there better not be another fucking comment about pronouns, but
it's bad. Using the right pronouns here does not express your support of Ava. That's kind of just gross. A lot of people are talking shit about Charlie, almost critical because he never used pronouns in his video, always only addressed them as Ava, which is still fine. It just does sort of highlight your stance on trans people in general. This situation sucks for pretty much everyone involved.
Yeah, I knew I was going to be able to get through it. Just shut the fuck up about the pronouns. Jesus Christ. Like, who the fuck respects it? You think I look at a man that touched a child and I say they're a man? No. I say they're a fucking rat, a fucking dog. And they should be, well, I got to be careful. I'm still on YouTube right now. Listen, yeah, Critical is woke as fuck. Like, I'm not woke as fuck, but like, Critical's pretty down with that culture. So like, why the fuck are you trying to throw shade on Critical? Like, Charlie's like never been Charlie's like never been anti-trans. Like, what the fuck are they going on about? Jesus, man. Okay, listen. That guys, I only wanted to be on stream for about an hour and we went for 2 hours, so I need to get off stream. I have to go clear out a bunch of weeds in my flower garden. Or the flower bed because I'm trying to plant mint leaves. Anyway, not that you guys care. I'm just saying I have a real life I gotta deal with. Whoa, what? I think Chris lost their YouTube channel. I can't find it anymore. No way. I think you're wrong. Hold on. Looking up Chris Tyson. I see the Chris Tyson fan page. I don't know why there's a Chris Tyson fan page, but there is. And Is Chris Tyson fan page the Chris Tyson channel? Because I see that one. I see that one doing videos. And I think that's the channel, isn't it? Probably. I honestly, I have no clue what their YouTube channel name is. Like, so if I knew it, I'd be able to check. Okay, yeah, it's changed to fan page. Okay, all right. He changed the name. He changed it to not get deleted. Oh, sneaky little pedo. All right, guys, that's it for the stream today. I appreciate you guys being on the channel with me. Watch the video that we uploaded earlier because I went through the full Discord logs. So if you want to see what was actually said there, we did that in that video. We'll be back on Monday. We'll watch the video on MrBeast accusing him of being a fraud. It's shadow banned. Okay. Video was posted 2 days ago. It's got 400,000 views, and now it's not showing up as the top search result, even when you look for the name. That is a shadow ban. So YouTube is trying to shut down conversations negative about MrBeast, even though MrBeast really deserves it right now. Okay, guys, thank you, and I'll see you here next week. Much love.